it's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
For New Country 102.7 KORD, 610 now with Rick and Patty. All right, Facebook fun for you. Get your day started. If Tri-Cities had a warning label, what would it say? If Tri-Cities had a warning label, what would it say?
High winds.
High winds. I was thinking about dirt, tumbleweeds, winds. I think that's about really it that we get for in terms of like natural weather or different things like that. I mean, it can get hot.
Well, when I first moved here, I was like, what's up with the dust?
Yeah, the dust. There is like,
I mean, especially like in your home.
Yeah.
What is all this?
Yeah, you have to really dust all week long. I had just mopped the floors. And again, I look across and there's that thin layer of dust. And I'm like, well, welcome to the desert. Welcome to Tri-Cities. So if Tri-Cities had a warning label, what would it say? We're curious what you guys think it would say. And we're going to share some of those comments coming up in just a bit. And that is our Facebook fun. You got Rick and Patty on KORD.
We love to hear from you. And it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the KORD mobile app and send us an app chat message. Or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD. It's easy and quick. Stop by our website or open our app for your chance to head back to school with a $500 Visa gift card. Look for Hall Pass Cash.
KORD, happy Thursday to you. 623, you got Rick, you got Patty. If you didn't know this, today is National Cheese Pizza Day.
What?
So today is National Cheese Pizza Day.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an excuse to have pizza.
It really is an excuse to have pizza. And I thought we'd have a little bit of fun with you guys. Because Because I know there's going to be pizza delivery drivers, and we all have heard some crazy stories when you deliver pizza. I mean,
you better leave a big tip.
I'm talking about other things that happen to you, pizza drivers, that you just, I mean, the craziness that can happen when you're a pizza driver.
Sometimes there are areas where you deliver that you don't want to. If you're in the hood.
That's right. So wild, strange, funny customer stories. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of them. I mean, if you're an Uber driver, if you're a DoorDash driver, there's always crazy stories about when there was one time, I believe, I ordered lunch. It never arrived.
Are you serious?
Now, luckily,
I'd be mad.
DoorDash took care of me and all that.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is weird. Like, it even said, so-and-so was at your house. It goes, so-and-so dropped your food off. I'm like, no.
Oh, I remember this.
We have a glass door. We have glass one. I mean, I cannot help but not see you out there. And it never got to me. So apparently the DoorDash person left it at a different place, obviously, on the porch or whatever.
We never get anything delivered here. I've never even ordered a pizza here.
You should try it.
Are we in an area that they don't want to come deliver?
You should try it. So we're going to have some fun with you. National Cheese Pizza Day, past, present. If you've been a delivery driver of any sort, tell us about your wild, crazy stories. We're going to share some of these comments on the way. It's going to be good. You got Rick and Patty, 102.7 KORD.
The KORD Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
36, number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD. Going to be a warm one, Tri-Cities, near 99, 98 today. Yep, definitely stay hydrated. Today is National Cheese Pizza Day, and delivery drivers of any sorts, not just pizza delivery drivers, but delivery drivers.
Some stories.
They've got to have stories. Come on. If you work for Brown, UPS, if you work for FedEx, you guys have got to have some crazy stories about doing deliveries and the strangest, oddest things that you've seen. There's got to be stories out there. So 547 KORD, been taking your stories this morning, and what did you see?
I deliver this lady's order. She comes to the door with nothing but a towel. Her dog jumped up on her and his claws dragged the towel down off of her body. So I saw all her nakedness.
Oh, jeez.
She just grabbed her food and we went on our merry way.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
That's something Bodie would do. Our new puppy would do that exactly. Megan's at the door with a towel, like, Bodie, like, towel. I mean, because he likes to play like that. So,
oh man!
All right, you got an eye. You got an eyeful there. 547 KORD. Delivery driver, crazy things that you've seen. What do you got going on?
I had showed up and a person was dressed as a clown.
What?
And I don't do clowns.
Okay.
So he went to hand me a tip. I was like, no, I'm good, and I just got out of there.
You did.
It was the bushy wig and the white face and the big nose.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he was full-on dressed as a clown. And I was like, I thought someone was pranking me.
Yeah.
You know, I got back to work. I'm like, ha, funny guys. You know what I mean? And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, well, the customer I just delivered pizza to was dressed as a clown. And I don't like clowns.
Maybe he just was at a parade or something.
I know, absolutely. I mean he's Big Top. Have you met Big Top the clown?
Yeah.
Big Top around here. Maybe it was Big Top that you were delivering to because he's a great entertainer in town. But there you go. Some great stories. 547 KORD. It is National Cheese Pizza Day. And our delivery drivers, thank you for all that you do. If you've got more crazy stories that happen to you when you're out delivering, we want to know. It's Rick and Patty. KORD.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD. It's easy and quick. Stop by our website or open our app for your chance to head back to school with a $500 Visa gift card. Look for Hall Pass Cash.
One for New Country, 102.7 KORD. Good morning to you. You got Rick, you got Patty. So for Facebook Fun today, we've done this one before, but the good news is I like that this one's going to be sky is the limit, okay?
I'm going to it right now.
So when we talk about why don't acts come to the Tri-Cities, well, we're not the biggest place on the planet. So when you say, well, I'd love to have Garth or George Strait.
I'd love to have Luke Bryan here.
Yeah, absolutely. But financially, for promoters, it just doesn't make sense, right? So this one's going to be a pie-in-the-sky question. What country star would you like to see come to the Tri-Cities? And you can say George Strait. You can say Garth. You can say the biggest of the big.
Jason Aldean.
You can say Jason Aldean.
Kenny Chesney.
Absolutely. So the sky, it's pie in the sky.
Thomas Rhett.
I'd love to see Thomas. I'm a big
yeah.
Luke Combs. I'm for Thomas. Luke Combs.
Luke Combs, yes, definitely.
There have been some great shows that I've seen in my lifetime. I've seen George. I've seen Garth. I've seen Reba. Reba's
Miranda
amazing.
Lambert.
Yeah. So Miranda's been here multiple times. I've seen Miranda here multiple times. Martina McBride, you were talking about her. She's been here. I saw her years ago.
My husband is in love with her.
Leanne Rimes has been here. James Otto's been here. I mean, we've had a lot of great country come through town. Kip Moore, Old Dominion's been here.
I know.
So the list goes on and on. But this is for you. Which country star would you like to see come to the Tri-Cities? And if you want to pie in the sky, you can do it with George Strait. You can do it with Garth. Anybody?
Wow, you finished. I was going to go a year like if you want to go with George Strait. I'm like, wow, you're reading my mind.
Sandy says Blake Shelton. Good one, Sandy. That's a good one. And Tara says Luke Bryan. Mitzi Garth. I know. That's a good one. I saw Garth in Spokane, but I'm with you. Yeah, show up with Tricia. She says if Garth Brooks showed up with Tricia, I'd drive back to Washington to see him. Thank you, Mitzi. So there you go. That's going to be the Facebook Fun. Which country star would you like to see in the Tri-Cities? The bigger, the better. We want to know which one you would pick for it, and that would be awesome. We're going to share more of your comments on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message, or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
One for New Country, 102.7 KORD. Today's high near 98, going to be near a record high for us today. You got Rick and Patty. What is your biggest grocery store pet peeve? It's a good one today.
Well, right now it's all about the prices. My goodness, I can't even afford to drink, a name brand pop.
Not anymore.
I have to get my Shasta Diet Grapefruit.
Right. The prices are up. You got to.
I'm a coupon clipper. You know,
that's smart.
Yeah,
it's a great way to do it. I'm thinking people that stand right in the middle of the aisle, with their.
Oh, get out of the way!
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
taking up the aisles.
Whatever side you're on, be closer to where you're supposed to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So instead of being right directly in the middle of the aisle, remember when they tried to do the one-way aisles?
I do during COVID. Yeah. Nobody follows it. You're going the wrong way. Look at the arrows.
I know, exactly.
Why can't you follow the rules?
Absolutely.
Pay attention.
I think also, I guess I don't see it very often anymore, but people trying to write it. Oh, I always think it's hilarious how many people can't figure out the credit card machine these days. Like, you get behind somebody, I'm like, well, how many times? I know you've swiped this card a million times, and they sit there and they're like, can you do it again?
Well,
can you do it again?
Or sometimes, but you never know. You have to ask, too, is there Apple Pay? Sometimes people are not, now we're up on technology. I like to think that we are anyways.
Right. Right.
You know.
Well, I would like to think so too. I mean, I'm very much I'm very much a tap and go. Tap, boop, boop, gone. I'm out of there.
But not all the time does the tap work.
But then the hilarity is they got to flip it, especially yolks. They got to flip it back around. So they're like, they're like, I'm, then they're like, oh, hang on. So they flip it.
Well, sometimes it's temperamental.
And
it doesn't work for everyone.
So biggest grocery store pet peeve. What else can you think of?
I know what
Michelle?
you're thinking of when somebody pulls out their checkbook.
Well, I think a checkbook's okay. Even though now this is what I was taught. See, here's the deal, guys. Again, it's all in how you were taught. I was taught to already have the check made out.
Yes.
And then you just write
in the amount.
You just write in the amount. The check's already made out. Mm-hmm. See, that's how, again, that's how you're not rude to the person behind you.
Yeah.
Is you've got, and also somebody on their cell phone. Rude.
Yeah.
Rude.
Especially you should be giving your time and attention to the cashier.
Absolutely.
Get
off your phone. Exactly. When they're on their phone and they're talking, they don't ever acknowledge the cashier. Again, my foster mom.
Do you need that?
My foster mom would be all rude. She'd be all about it.
How about now, too? Do you need bags? Because they're 8 cents or 9 cents, whatever.
Right. Oh, yeah, the bags. Oh, that's a good one.
Better bring your own bags.
Oh, yeah, you should see me walking out of Yokes. I'm stacked to the hilt. They're like, Are you sure? I'm like, no, I'll make it work. I'll make it work for 8 cents.
As Rick drops a can of tomatoes on his way out.
Absolutely. So there you go. We'll have some fun with that today. What is your biggest grocery store pet peeve? More of those on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show. #1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
That is Outskirts. Good morning to you. You got Rick, you got Patty. All right, so here you go. A 14-year-old dog named Red will only eat when the song Eat It by Weird Al Yankovic plays. The Pickies dog's mom sings the song when the song isn't available. Weird Al's parody song is a hit with Red, who ignores his food until the music starts. And this is on Inspire More about the old dog Red. Old dog Red. Does your dog have any mealtime rituals at all? Does DJ have any
DJ, we're not. No, I haven't had him long enough to have a ritual.
Okay.
No, we're trying to get him to learn how to sit, shake, do the basics.
Sure.
He could care less.
Oh my gosh. Well,
no.
My dogs are like alarm clocks. I don't have to have an alarm clock. I never oversleep because their normal feeding time is about 4:30. And Megan had gone to Portland for a reunion and got home last night about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And they thought it was time to get up. And they wouldn't go back to bed, So I fed them. I had to feed them.
Well, why not?
I had to feed them at 2 in the morning because they're not going back to bed. They're and they're whimpering and whining. I mean, they let you know if they get close. And you have to, for my dogs, I have to go, it's not time. It's not time. It's not time. It's not time.
That is the one constant that DJ has is that, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, whenever I wake up, when he hears the alarm clock, he knows we're going for a walk.
Wow. So, you're lucky. See,
that's the one thing he knows.
He's not your alarm clock. He'd be sleeping with you no matter what.
He gets up whenever I get up. If I have to get up and go to the bathroom, he's up too. I'm like, what's going on?
You are a lucky dog mom. I'm gonna bring over my 3. Yeah.
I feel like this. If I have to go to the bathroom, he might have to go. So I take him out too.
Oh my gosh. No,
I do.
Oh my gosh. No. I've got my dogs, sadly, they get a treat about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So if they're in bed and they get up, they whimper for the treat, get a treat, they go back to bed. Then they want to get fed at 4 in the morning. And then, again, we have the Border Collie who's it's all ball time. So it doesn't matter. If I get home from work, that's playtime. That's 2 hours of playtime.
I hear you.
There's no, these are things hey, Rick, what are you doing after work? Well, I got to go home and play with the dog because he's not going to do anything else. So we're going to have some fun with you. Do you have a pet who has a weird or hilarious mealtime ritual? Oh. Do they let you know that they're hungry? Bodie will walk over and use his nose to open up the pantry where his food is.
Is that so? He's telling you I'm hungry.
It's food time, man. He goes over and nudges the door, and you see him in there. Okay, it's getting time to feed him, right? And anyway, they've all got their little weird, hilarious mealtime rituals.
Hey, can I call you out? Well, not call you out. You're looking at me like, oh shoot, what is she doing now? Rick discovered TikTok.
Oh, well,
I saw a Bodie post.
I threw Bodie up there for my first TikTok.
I love it. Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure that. I got to
figure Rick Michaels on TikTok.
I had to figure it out. I thought about doing a little story, and then now I'll just do some dog stuff, and
everybody loves a dog.
the funny thing about TikTok or any of those platforms is that when you have the camera to your face, you can see all the imperfect. Like,
we have a former coworker. That's all she does.
That's right. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm gonna take TikToks of the dogs because that's where I'm gonna live. Not a big.
That's all I do. I walk DJ and he's got these 2 dogs that he likes to visit.
You don't want to see my jowls or my everybody. All right, so take some calls. 547 KORD. Does your pet have a weird, hilarious mealtime ritual? Calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD. Don't need to wait for AI. Catch us now on Google Home and Alexa devices. Open our app for more info.
740, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. Right now about 65 degrees, sunshine for you. So we've been talking about our pets, and we all love our pets, right? Well, hilarious mealtime rituals. So our dogs, my wife got back yesterday from a reunion in Portland at 2 a.m. Well, they wouldn't go back to bed. They would not go back to bed.
So you just feed them.
I had to
give them some food, give them a treat.
Yeah, I had to feed them basically to get them back to bed, basically, because they weren't going. They weren't going. So that's how we got them settled back down. They wanted to play. They're like, oh, mom's home, 2 a.m.
It was time, yes.
Oh, they were all over the bed.
I know. Whenever I get home, he's on fire, man.
Right. So no matter what time, he probably wants, hey, let's go, let's play, right?
Yes.
So, but you haven't had DJ long enough to have a mealtime ritual.
There is no ritual yet. No, he eats whenever.
Okay. Have you fed him human food at all?
I do not. But my husband does.
All right.
All the time.
Okay. I'm guilty of that. My dogs get. I had some cooked chicken for him a couple days ago.
I bet you he loved that.
All of them? Oh yeah. Okay. They all like chicken. Like they ate like kings and queens when I was serving out the chicken. So, but taking your calls. Does your animals have any mealtime rituals? Do they get crazy? Do they get antsy? Do they shake their tails? What do they do? Taking your calls. Tell us your story.
I actually just figured out with my rabbit Evie. She won't eat stuff. You have to make it like separate. The other day, I gave her lettuce on one side of a plate, apples on one side of a plate, and bananas on one side of a plate. It cannot be touching, or she will not eat it. Just like my kid.
Right.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
That's
weird.
So our dog.
I mean, it all goes in the same place. Why can't it be touching?
Animals are funny.
Are they like us?
Because Phoebe, our dog, literally, if there was a salad, but there was steak in the salad, she could find the meat.
Yeah, she'll eat all around. She's not eating any of the lettuce.
She's not. Yeah, no. She won't leave. She'll leave this anything she doesn't like.
No carrots, thank you.
She can find it. Exactly. It's kind of crazy. And it'd be buried. She'd find it. 547 KORD. Strange rituals your dog or cats or even rabbits have at mealtime.
We had a beagle, and this beagle didn't know she was a dog. We had pot pie one day. And we gave her some leftover pot pie. Instead of throwing it away, we always give it to the dog. And whatever the dog doesn't eat, we'll throw away. And she ate everything in the pot pie and licked the bowl clean. And when she was done, she spit out every single pea. And not one pea had a tooth mark in it. So apparently, she doesn't like pea. I was like, you can see her spitting them all out. Spit every pea out. Not a pea had a tooth mark in it.
I love it. See, the good stuff, they're going to eat. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
How is it, too? So we had a dog, Davy.
Yeah.
And you know how sometimes putting a pill in his,
they know
put it in the treat or whatever?
They're not stupid.
No. Minute later, there he is. How did you, what?
We'll even
ate the whole treat, but nope, there comes the pill out.
There comes the pill. Love it. Taking the calls, 547 KORD. More of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
For New Country, 1027 KORD at 7:53. It's time for the Numerica Impossible Movie Challenge. Up for grabs, a 2-month subscription to Netflix, thanks to our friends at Numerica. Plus, today, I'm going to toss in 4 tickets to the Central Washington State Fair. That's right. We've got admission to the Central Washington State Fair. It's coming up here in a couple weeks. Give you a chance to win those as well. Along with that 2-month subscription to Numerica, all you got to do is figure out the famous movie clip. You figure out the famous movie clip, and you're going to be on your way to that Netflix and, of course, the fair, thanks to our friends right there at Numerica. Here is, take a listen, here is today's famous movie clip.
I'll tell you why you don't have your $10 million yet. Right now, you are a paycheck player. You play with your head, not your heart. That is not what inspires people. Play the game. Play it from your heart.
Oh, I think somebody already thinks they know it. Let's go to the phones, 547-KORD. Good morning, KORD. Got a guess for us?
Is it Jerry Maguire?
It is Jerry Maguire. I thought it would be absolutely perfect because of football season starting. Who's this morning? What's your name?
Andrea.
Andrea, well, good morning. Andrea, you hold on here. You're going to the Central Washington State Fair, getting some Netflix. Congratulations. Andrea, hold on here. We'll get you taken care of, okay?
Thank you.
All right, there's Andrea, and there you go, just like that. Bam, that was quick today. Jerry Maguire, and of course, with football season started, and of course, it makes total sense. Don't worry, we do it all over again next week, 7:50, the Numerica Impossible Movie Challenge, right here, 102.7 KORD.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD. Have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto? Make sure you have our app, so when you connect your device, we can go everywhere together.
You and mean it. 8:11 now with Rick and Patty. Today is Spam Day. Weird food.
What do you mean?
Spam. Like spam out of a can. Yeah, spam out of a can.
I used to love that when I was a kid.
Same here. I don't think I've had it in years.
It was like a treat. We'd go camping and my dad would, break open the can. Ooh, spam, yummy.
Get out the spam. So today is Spam Day. It's been.
Do you know there's a spam museum in Austin, Minnesota?
That's crazy. No, I know people love it. People love it, and there's varieties of spam.
There is a delicacy. They call them spam balls. People, there's like a whole cookbook for spam.
Oh my gosh, we got to
seriously
dig into this spam.
Somebody made spam balls at a party, and they were delicious.
They were great.
Yes.
So we're going to take some calls, have some fun with you. Okay. Someone who enjoys a weird food combo with spam. So I'm trying to think. I think I've had a spam sandwich, like with cheese, and a tomato and lettuce, just like bologna, that kind of combo. Have you ever had a spam sandwich?
I'm sure I have.
I've cooked it, but do you like cooked bologna? Well, you're not a big meat person, so
Not really, but I do. Yes, cooked bologna. Yes, when you fry up bologna,
fried bologna,
a fried bologna sandwich.
Fried bologna.
Yes, that was kind of. I grew up on that. So, am I a fan of it today? Probably not so much.
You say mean things about your mom's cooking. I'm like, fried bologna sandwiches. I'm okay.
Listen,
with that.
I just watched the Weird Al Yankovic story last night, and there was a song about bologna.
That's right. My bologna.
Yes,
my bologna. So we'll take some calls right now. 547 KORD, weird food combo. It's got to include spam. We're going to take some of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number 1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD. It's easy and quick. Stop by our website or open our app for your chance to head back to school with a $500 Visa gift card. Look for Hall Pass Cash.
1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD. So today is Spam Day. Do you know someone who enjoys a weird food combination with spam? So I like
spam and pineapple.
Cool. That makes total sense. You were talking about the fact that spam is like huge in Hawaii.
I think so. Yes, I think that's
that might be the national meat.
I've heard some things about that.
that might be the national meat in Hawaii.
I know I know that they love spam there.
So we'll be taking some calls right now. 547 KORD. Tell us what weird food combination you love with spam. What do you got?
I had somebody a family member who would try to make a grilled cheese, with spam and tuna, whole fish out of a can, and make a sandwich just like that. It was so stinky. There was no way I would ever try that. No. It was foul. It was disgusting, and it made their house stink so horribly. I could not even step inside of the house. I would stay outside.
Oh my gosh.
And talk to them. Like I could not do it.
Spam and tuna. So there you go.
That's wrong.
My wife, anytime I cook any fish, she's always upset. She's like, she comes home from the gym, she's like, you must have cooked fish. I love fish, but she's like,
I don't get it. I don't know how you can like something that smells so bad.
You don't like fish?
I feed tuna to my cat.
I love a tuna fish sandwich all the way. Yeah. Tuna fish sandwiches are great. Yeah, absolutely. Really? That's all.
I don't know. I like to go fishing.
Right.
And I like to throw them back. I'm never going to eat a fish.
So
no.
So have you ever gutted a fish in your lifetime?
Yes. When I lived in Florida, I have.
All right.
And I used another fish as bait.
Right.
But I didn't feel good about it. I'll never do that again.
And then of course you catch the fish and then you fillet the
I do not.
Take the guts out. Oh, yeah.
No.
Growing up on the Grand Ronde River, we had the Rattlesnake Creek. I would throw my line in as a kid and pull out a couple trout.
I have no doubt if my mom was a better. I always, say yes.
Your poor
maybe
mom. Your poor mom.
I blame her.
She's always picked on the show.
Well, I always had fish sticks.
Oh.
I mean, that's not seafood.
That's not. Well, no. I mean, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, you're never ever going to hear me go, lobster. Lobster bisque. Oh, the best.
So today is Spam Day. Taking your calls. Weird food combinations with Spam. More of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message. Or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.